Everybody, it's Andy here from cryptocompare.com again. So in today's video, I just want to talk about 888 Tron, and holy shit. If anyone's in the Dapp space, you want to just see the dividends that 888 Tron is producing in these 48 hours. Currently $127.5 million in divs. Okay, so the previous record I think was around about 60 odd, I think, for Tron bet. This hit just shy of 80 million Tron in dividends, and that was on the last stage, which was stage 18. There's 13 hours left of this now. We're set at the moment 8,500 Tron. I'm just trying to do some trades just to send some more Tron over, because I'm going to buy some Tron and then I'm going to mine and see which is better at the moment. Sorry, buy some 888 tokens, but I've got a theory behind this. We'll go into this in a bit much more detail at the moment. But if you have a look at the divs over at Tron bet, so 2.9, nearly 3 million dividends, and this is daily, so it's not to be sniffed at. It's a good amount of ante. Now, I sold all my ante when the first lot of market manipulation went on. And I think this is the second lot, and I'll explain why in a minute. I'm just going to drop a clanger here, and obviously agree to disagree, comment in it. You can put your comments in there. What if the people who own Tron bet also own 888 Tron? It might sound a bit far-fetched, but just think about it, right? So this has been going for months. Now we'd obviously need to think about some sort of fallback when this got to naught towards the end of the mining stage. So this is in mining stage 7.6 now. So if there's a million Tron per stage mined, you've got roughly 76 million Trons been mined. So out of the 76 million Tron, 60 million have been frozen. So that leaves around about 17 million, 16.5 million liquid. Okay, so that's basically not frozen in wallets, on either waiting to be unfrozen to sell, either on like the Tron trade and such. So obviously I think I'm level 13, so there's been a lot of controversy recently on this about these Teslas that they're giving away. Now obviously these guys have got a lot of money, but where's the money coming to give away 5 Teslas? Now obviously they're aimed at the whales, it's not aimed at the little guy here, because in order to get, I think someone worked out on the Telegram group, in order to get level 15 you need to have wagered something like 445,000 Tron. So obviously we've done a bit of waging there. We've wagered 277,000 and we got to level 13. No, I'm not willing to wager up to level 15 for 44,500 Tron just to be in with a chance of finding the odd Joker card for a Tesla. So I've got a funny feeling that they may try and do some sort of FUD, or say they listen to the community and that they're going to lower the level to say level 10 or something like that, to try and give the little guy a bit more impression. But what I think's happening is, you can see ante is right down at the minute, so I think it won't go lower than 20. I think that is the baseline at 20, and you can see there's someone's putting a wall in at 20, the wall at 23, and they're just trading the channels. So you can see there's the kind of bottom there, there's a bottom, there's a bottom. If we have a look at the RSI, there you go. So it's on the up, so it's just going to stay channel chopping. We can put Bollinger Bands on and see where it's trading. Yes, it's at the top. It's just going to come back on. It's going to change. It's not doing that. So this is people selling ante to get into 888 Tron and vice versa, right? So I think the whales, or the people behind Tron bet, are also the people behind 888. And I think what they've got, if you look at the staging here, it's still very early to mine this. No, this goes up by 10 TRX every 2 days, every 48 hours, and the divs gets paid out in every 48 hours as well. Now, the game, when this first launched, Gears of Fortune, I don't know if those of you who paid it, Gears of Fortune is a crap game. There's kind of no skill involved. You can't work it out against anybody else. You've done against your own, and 888 Tron bombed I generally think it was a fallback. Now you see they've launched Dice 52, which is obviously the main popular game with the twist with the cards that everybody's playing. Everyone's mining. You're either mining over the two clubs, or like we talked about the Ace of Diamonds down. You've got this nice little slot game, bit basic, but it does what it says on the tin. And then obviously they're looking at launching roulette, baccarat, blackjack, poker, to the moon, and flip flop. I don't know what flip flop is. They've not explained it. But yes, so they've got a lot of games. So I think these probably know something that we don't. Now, I don't think this will die. I think this is still a daddy, but obviously there's more. There's room for more than a few of these casino dapps. I mean, we come from an online gambling industry, like Crypto Compare, with the marketing company. We have some white label casinos, regulated casinos ourselves, and there's hundreds. There's 400 or 500 UK regulated casinos, so there is enough money to go around. It's just obviously what differentiates you from all the others, and whether you can obviously market it better. No, TronBet have done a really good marketing campaign, and they continue to do this. But I think they've missed a trick here with this Tesla. There's not much been about it. They only really put it on Twitter. It's aimed very much at the whale plays to keep the dividends coming in, whilst they're talking about the live casino and the slots and the Tron poker. These guys have got the money to launch this tomorrow, so I think it's kind of, they're trying to entice people back, but they're not really thinking about the bigger picture. But I generally do think that they've got the fallback in 888 Tron, and I think this has the potential to be as big as, if not better than, the Tron bet. Now there are others out there that are obviously going to give these two a run for the money. One of them being Trontopia, which hasn't launched yet, and I think they're doing well to hang fire on the launching until all this kind of settles down, and hopefully you can try and entice some of the whales over from Trontopia as well. We still have Tron Vegas. No, a lot of people kind of giving up on Tron Vegas, myself included, to be honest. Why the divs were as poor as it was. But if we wait for it to load. So they recently done this UI thing. It's very, very cartoony, to be honest. It's a good job it's not regulated, because they get done from the Gambling Commission trying to entice it to kids. But referrals, we've done a lot initially on the referral commission. You can see the dividends is currently at 40,000. We have 5,737 staked. There's 9, nearly 10 million staked so far. So it's still very early stages for this. It's only in stage 1.7. I sort of think, obviously, once a lot of the 888 Tron coins are mined, I think maybe some of the whales will dip the toe in this one as well. So you can see we're going to get 23 Tron back. It's not a lot. Obviously, it's better than nothing. So I do think they need to up the game. Tron Vegas, see if they can compete with these two. Yeah, 888 Tron, crazy dividends. So it's just gone up 128 million. This was like 4 million, probably at the beginning of the week. And obviously a lot of these whales have come in now and just mined it to death, because you can mine this for 48 hours straight and the difficulty won't go up. So I think what a few of these I'm doing are they're mining it. I mean, you can see 20,000 rolls there, 20,000 bets. So they're mining this, and then obviously they may freeze some, sell some, freeze some, sell some, freeze some, sell some. And then I think what they'll do is the weight, especially the bigger whales, maybe if they're connected to TronBet, they'll be playing this. So they'll be creating the FOMO in this for everybody to sell their ante, to drop the price of ante. Right, okay, so then they'll put in the floors and buy ante up with the profits from 888. And then what will happen is the divs will die down on 888, and then they'll go back to playing TronBet. But if managed to accumulate more of the ante, obviously, because they've just bought a load back to burn. And not only that, they do need to find the money for somewhere to buy these 5 Teslas. Yeah, so food for thought. We talked about Tron Vegas ante. If we look at the coins, so 888 coins are going for 30 Tron on the exchange, and you can see there's a competition running at the moment on Tron Trade for 888 tokens. So I think that's why a few people are going in. So you can see it's trading within these channels. There's not much, but it's about 1 or 2%. Those of you who do day trading know you aim for 1 to 3% profits per trade. So I think a few people are just day trading it at the moment, swing trading it. But yeah, 888 Tron, link in the description. Really good. I don't think that's going anywhere. There is a link for TronBet and Tron Vegas. Now, one that we talked about in the video a few days ago was Tron. No, the good thing about this is you can't auto mine it. No, a few people are using tools which allows you to automate your mouse pressures and stuff, but obviously then you're going to lose if you're betting high or low and you can't tell what coin it's going to be on. Sorry, not coin, what card it's going to be on. So it's 50-50. So depending on how much Tron you want to lose, you could go through a lot of Tron. You can see at the moment as well that the jackpot is really big and it's growing. So it's 70,000 Tron in the jackpot now. Now this is huge, and the odds of hitting it are quite high now, to be fair. You have to successively have gambled basically high and low to at least 16 times, 16 rounds in order to win the jackpot. Now it's doable. Obviously you need the cards to go your way. You have no control over the cards. If we just show you for a second there, so we've got like 121 Tron. If we just do it for 41 Tron, which is one do token, and we click start, and this does take a lot of bandwidth, so it's give us a 10. So if you're playing the odds, you'd obviously got to go lower than a 10. And what I've been doing, if it gives us, if we see quite a lot, say there we go, jack lose. So you do see that quite frequently, if I'm honest, or you get a queen high for a king or a king high for a knight. It is just look at the draw basically on your cards. If you get a 2 or you get an ace, I mean, we'll have another go. But yeah, the dividend on this is really good, and you got to remember this game's only been around for like 4 or 5 days, if anything. What I've been doing, it's a 9, so we go lower than a 9. What I've been doing, I've been playing this whilst mining 888, so then the coin to take from this, or the profit to take from this, covers the transaction cost of the mining fees for mining 888. So then you can see someone's just entered round 5 and they've won that. It doesn't mean it's multiply, it just shows you can withdraw. So there's our winning box. There we go, so we've got a 7. So you can see the odds there. So what we can do, we started off with 41, we've done 3 rounds, and we now got 111. So we'll cash that out for a profit. Don't get greedy with this, guys. You can make a lot of money on this, but you can also lose a lot of money. Obviously this isn't financial advice. Do your own homework and due diligence on these games. Don't put any more money than you can afford to use. I know I keep saying this, but it is true, because I've seen people lose a lot of money, and it's not worth it. At the end of the day, you're playing these games for recreational purposes. You're playing them to mine. You're playing them for daily dividends. That's all it's about. It's daily dividends and making this extra Tron. So you can see lower than jack of clubs. There we go, a 4. So we can see that we're now on 55. So we'll go higher than a 4. We get 68. So you can do quite. Oh, we lost on that. So you see, you can do quite a few rounds to around about 3 or 4, and just take out your profit and then start again. Take out your profit and start again. It'd be very hard to think to hit this 16. It's not impossible. It's going to be very hard to do that. Mining stage. We're only on stage 2, so it goes up by 0.8 of a Tron, which isn't a lot, to be honest. They may change this at a later date, but it all depends if it's hard code written in the contract. Don't think they're going to be messing around with the contract. So you can see there's not many being mined so far. So if we're on stage 2 of that now, it's probably about 1.4 million. If we look at the token, there's only 100 million supply, which is good. That's what they're all doing now, which is a perfect number. Total Tron froze, total do token frozen, nearly 1.5 million. Yeah, so that's about right. We've got 573. It isn't a lot, but it's good. Obviously we've got another 2 there we can throw in the mix, or another 6 now we can throw in the mix. Oh no, it was 2, so we'll leave that. But basically we're going to get around about 276 Tron, which is decent. We get that, if we get this mined up where we're getting around about 1,000 Tron from this a day, it's still $20 a day that you never had. You can take 500 out, mine 500, keep it going. So link in description for Tron. We'll be quick because the time of the video. Bankroll, still doing its thing. Bankroll, a lot of people have FOMO'd into bankroll. I'm quite on the fence with this at the moment. I think, to be honest, it's still early days for bankroll. Whilst it looks sustainable and there seems the better one out of all these daily ROI games, I still want to make sure that I've got my initial money back before I commit anything. There we go. So you can see, like, we've got nearly 1,800 Tron frozen in the contract. There's the likes of sponsorship and sponsorship credits that we've had. Whale status is right up now because of the amount of money in the contract. We've withdrawn 243 Tron so far. We're getting daily credits around about 30 to 40 Tron. What I've been doing is I've either been withdrawing it one day, rolling the next day, depending if we've got any pending referral credits or sponsorship credits. Still competition going for sponsorship credits as well if no one else has done that. 27 million in the contract. Once this gets over 35 million, it's got more than P3D, and I think a lot of people then will jump on board on this. Tron double, again, it's only been going for about 18 days. Some of these contracts last 30 days, so do be careful. I only put 1,000 in this. I wouldn't be bothered about that, to be honest. I've lost, we've withdrawn 348, there's 17 there, so we can just withdraw them. There you go, so we've withdrawn them and that'll go into our wallet as well. But yeah, short, longer video, so I'm going to love yous and leave yous. Dividends on 888 is just amazing. They're not going to stay like this, you've got to be realistic. It's nearly 129 million. So yeah, links in the description for all these. Until next time, everybody, goodbye.